When did you realize your teacher was out to get you? I was a good student. Not perfect, but solid. 3.8 GPA. Honor roll every semester since freshman year. I needed to keep it that way because I had a full ride scholarship to state waiting for me as long as I maintained a 3.5. Senior year, first semester, I got Mrs. Martin for AP English. Everyone said she was tough but fair. They were half right. My first essay came back with a D-. No comments, no corrections, just a grade circled in red at the top. I went to her after class. Mrs. Martin, can you explain what I did wrong? I followed the rubric. She barely looked at me. Your analysis was surface level. Your thesis weak. Do better next time. I rewrote it. Spent hours on it. Got my mom to read it. She's an English professor. She said it was college level work. I turned it in. Got another D-. No explanation. The third essay, I worked with a tutor. Someone Mrs. Martin herself had recommended to other students. The tutor said it was A-level work. I turned it in feeling confident. D-. This time I asked to see her grading rubric. She said she didn't need to explain herself, that I should focus on improving instead of making excuses. I looked around at other students' grades. Kids who barely tried were getting B's and C's. My friend Sophie let me read her essay. It was good, but not better than mine. She got an A-. I started keeping copies of everything. My essays, the rubric, other students' work they let me see. The pattern was clear. I was the only one failing. My GPA dropped to 3.6, then 3.4. I was going to lose my scholarship. I stopped sleeping. Every night I'd reread my essays trying to figure out what I was doing wrong. My mom found me crying at 2 in the morning with my laptop open, comparing my work to the rubric for the 100th time. State sent me a letter, a warning. One more semester below 3.5 and the scholarship was gone. 4 years of tuition, $120,000. Gone because of one teacher who wouldn't tell me what I was doing wrong. I couldn't eat, couldn't focus in my other classes. My guidance counselor asked if I was okay. I told her about Mrs. Martin. She said sometimes teachers have different standards and I needed to adapt. But how do you adapt when no one will tell you what's wrong? My mom set up a meeting with Mrs. Martin and the principal. We brought everything. My essays, the rubric showing I'd met every requirement, examples from other students who got higher grades with weaker work. Mrs. Martin sat there with her arms crossed. Perhaps your daughter isn't as strong a writer as you think she is. My mom put 3 essays on the table. Mine, Sophie's, and one from another student. She'd removed our names. Which one deserves the highest grade? The principal read them, pointed to mine. This one. The analysis is deeper. The writing is cleaner. That's my daughter's essay. The one you gave a D-. Mrs. Martin's face went red. I stand by my grades. Then you won't mind if we have another teacher review them, the principal said. Mrs. Martin looked trapped. Her jaw tightened. That won't be necessary. The principal called in the head of the English department. She reviewed all my essays from the semester in one sitting while we waited outside. 45 minutes felt like hours. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. My entire future sat in that room being judged by someone who didn't even know my name. When she came out, her face was grim. These essays are all A-level work. Some are better than what I've seen from AP students in years. There is no justification for these grades. Mrs. Martin tried to argue, said it was subjective, that she had higher standards, that the department head didn't understand her teaching philosophy. The department head cut her off. I've been teaching for 30 years. This isn't about standards. This is about bias. The word hung in the air like a bomb. Mrs. Martin's face went white, then red, then white again. The principal leaned forward. I'm going to ask you one time. Why are you targeting this student? Silence. Mrs. Martin just stared at the table. Her hands were gripping the edge so hard her knuckles went white. Answer the question, the principal said. Nothing. Just breathing. Heavy breathing like she was trying not to explode. Clean out your desk. You're on administrative leave pending an investigation. My grades were corrected that afternoon. In the car on the way home, my mom finally broke down and told me Mrs. Martin had been engaged to my dad before they met, and I'd spent a semester paying for a heartbreak that happened before I was even born.